So we met in a collaboration between your church and synagogue, where I've done some projects. You were singing some songs by a mutual friend of ours, and I was conducting the choir, and I just remember hearing that golden voice of yours coming through, and it was just really, really, really cool.
We worked on a project together, and actually that project is coming out Monday on Valentine's Day.
Just now coming out. That's great. You know, we wrote all those songs. We got this great band of folks from your church, just amazing, and it was a beautiful project that weekend with that band and putting all that stuff together, and just had a great time with it.
I think that was a real Aretha Franklin moment. How they all got into the studio together and came out didn't come out until the project was done. Right. That's how it kind of was with us here in your studio. When Brandon, Daniel, and Terrell all came, all of us were here together, and we're just making music together.
It felt great.
Yeah, it was a good vibe.
Yeah, no, definitely a good vibe.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And working on it together with you was just such a magic time.
Having the ability to do all kinds of mixing, mastering, engineering, playing different instruments, vocally on the album. The swim. I
had so much fun with that one, man.
The background vocals on that were phenomenal.
Thank you.
All the mixing and the chords meshing together, and it's jazzy. It's a good vibe to it.
Thank you.
I'm excited about it.
I had such a great time recording those for you, and your lead vocal is so inspiring in all ways, but on that song, just making sure that I was supporting you and that those background vocals were really, they were there to push your vocals forward.
If the waters don't part, we gotta swim.
And I can really tell the amount of time and love and compassion that you put into it, because those chords that you that you put in the background vocals, I have not heard that on anybody else. So you took time. You took time and did that, and by you having the resources of people that bringing Priska in.
Yeah.
I was ready to just give up on having a duet and just let but you advised. Yeah. You brought in, you sent us emails about Priska, and I showed us all of her information, and I was like, she's the perfect person. Yeah. And then when I come in and see how you all were just particular, seeing where the breaths were. You all were studying my my voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. I was amazed. And I'm not even somebody.
You are somebody, Melvin. For sure, you're somebody. And that's the thing. I really make it a point when I'm working with an artist to really try and listen to you, not just like the particulars of your voice, but what you're looking for. I think of like what we did with Better Angels, right? Where that song came in, it was a kind of a sort of folky ballad, right? And you wanted to take it in a different direction. You remember that?
Yeah.
Let our better angels spread their wings as the human heart she sings and sings.
And we sat there, I sat there and you were here, and we were kind of just trying to figure out, where does this go? And we tried it a couple different ways. Like, I remember really listening to you sing this to me, right? You were kind of tapping it out on your leg and singing it. And I was really trying to key into where your phrases ended and started. And I was sitting there with the guitar trying to make that work. And I sent you home that one time with an MP3 to practice with. And you were like, it's almost there, but not quite, and what if we modulated? And so then we took it back, and we worked it out again, and I think where we wound up with it, that time was what ended up on the record.
Let a better angels light our eyes passion flows and beauty rise. Awakening, we realize. Let our better angels light our eyes.
And I couldn't be happier with it. I think the song works just right. Your phrasing on it is just gorgeous, and it was a real honor to be able to put that together with you.
Oh yeah, and I really feel like the message in Better Angels is this is the perfect time in the world that we're living in right now.
Yes.
It's the perfect time. And I remember when we were recording, we've done a couple of takes. You stopped and asked, so what does those lyrics mean to you?
Right.
To me, you know. And that was a special moment for me as well, because it actually gave me an opportunity to stop and think about the lyrics, you know.
Well, and it's important, I think, with all music, but especially music with a spiritual message, music with a message of love that you so beautifully have brought into this world.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and the reason it's a question I always like to ask, but I knew that you would have an answer to it.
Yeah.
I knew all I had to do was just flip that question to you, and it would turn on those circuits, you know, because that's who you are, and that's where you come from. So I knew that would be an easy ask. It's like, oh right.
Yeah. What does this song?
Yeah, that's right.
And also, it allowed me to go home and think about it more, because that wasn't the final. Recording.
That's right.
So I was able to go home and actually think about the lyrics and think about it more. And when I came back, it was almost not totally different. The song was,
right.
A few songs came back that.
Right. Little shift.
Yeah, because the first time it was a little more just, stationary.
Yeah.
But when I came back after you had put that on my mind, it was completely a whole new song. It brought my whole mindset changed just by you asking me just that simple question. What does the lyrics mean to you?
Right. The technique is important, but it's secondary. And so I think my job when I'm working with a singer like yourself is to make sure that, the technique is all there, but let's dig a little deeper. And really what we want to capture with these vocals is you and this message. And we want to resonate as listeners with that performance and with those lyrics and with that message. And that's what you want too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so just even talking about it and bringing it up about, what is this about? I think is so important to help just remember why we're here, right? The technique is important, it's beautiful, but the real reason we're here is the message that you're delivering and that you did deliver so beautifully.
Absolutely. And it helps when the whole team is on the same, have the same message at heart and in mind.
Yeah.
So you were on that same mindset, same level where I was trying to get the message out.
Right.
So you understood I think that's important when you're an engineer or a producer or anything. You want to be able to understand where the artist is going and what the artist wants and desires from the project.
Yeah.
And that's what you brought.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's what I try to bring to every project, and it's really important to me.
Yes. So. And it's all about love.
Yeah.
And like I said, you could tell how much love and time that you put into this. And I couldn't be more happy. I couldn't be more happy with the work that you put into that. And maybe this one will be, you were Grammy nominated on one project. Maybe
it's coming.
This
it's
one
coming.
will be
with the
Grammy winner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes, brother. Absolutely.